Welcome to this explainer. Today we're taking what can honestly feel like a pretty dry list of Cisco syntax and turning it into a highly practical, scenario-driven survival guide for your daily network operations. If you spend any of your day staring at a command line interface, well, this is exactly the breakdown you're going to need.
Here's our agenda for today. 1. Mastering iOS exec modes. 2. Everyday navigation and shortcuts. 3. Day 1 device hardening. 4. Connecting the network. 5. Troubleshooting network outages. And 6. The golden sequence.
Section 1. Mastering iOS exec modes. Okay, so think of user exec mode, the one indicated by that simple greater than symbol as your lobby guest pass. It gives you very limited read-only access. Now, privileged exec, represented by the hash or pound sign, that's your staff badge. That grants you full diagnostic access so you can see what's actually going on under the hood. And if you need to actually change how the device operates, well, that requires global config mode, which is basically the master key to the whole server room. Let's look at a typical engineer session flow. You're starting from that initial connection in user exec, escalating your privileges with the enable command, entering global config with configure terminal, making a simple hostname change, and finally dropping back out to save your configuration with copy run start. Honestly, this is the core loop of practically every single session you're going to have.
Section 2. Everyday navigation and shortcuts.
Forget the manual for a second. The CLI actually wants to help you out here. First, you can explore any valid keywords simply by typing a question mark. The iOS lists every valid option right there on the screen. Second, you can save a ton of keystrokes and avoid typos entirely by just hitting the tab key to auto-complete your partial commands. And third, if you ever need to rerun something, you can quickly recall recent entries with show history. I'm telling you, these 3 tools are absolute lifesavers in the field. There is just massive power in a tiny 2-letter word. By slapping a do in front of your verification commands, like do show IP int brief, you can execute privileged exe commands right from within global configuration mode. This means you can check if your interface came up without ever having to back all the way out of configuration mode. It saves you serious time. Section 3, Day 1, Device Hardening. Notice the very specific order of this rock-solid Day 1 hardening checklist. We set the privileged exe password, encrypt all plain text passwords, secure the console, and set an auto logout timer all before we hit step 5. Setting these passwords before running copy run start ensures that an unsecured configuration is never accidentally saved to flash memory. It's a crucial habit to get into. Part of that initial hardening also involves the MOTD, or Message of the Day, banner. This displays right before login. You absolutely must always include unauthorized access warning language in your MOTD banner, because without it, any legal action against an intruder might be completely compromised. It's such a small configuration step, but it carries massive legal weight. Section 4. Connecting the network. This is a really satisfying 5-step playbook that takes an interface from being administratively down to fully up and routing. You enter the interface config, add a description, assign the IP, run no shutdown, and then verify. And please, do not skip step 2. Adding a description so you know exactly what that link does means your future self, and honestly your entire team, will thank you later. Section 5. Troubleshooting network outages. Okay, so panic naturally sets in when a remote network completely drops off the map. But as an engineer, you've got to stay calm. What is the very first command you run to isolate that fault? Instead of just guessing, follow a systematic map. Step 1. Check the route with show IP route. Step 2, verify your interface states with show IP int brief. Step 3, confirm layer 2 adjacency using show CDP neighbors detail. And finally, step 4, review the logs for any link flaps or security events. Using this systematic approach narrows down the problem almost instantly. Now, if you follow the map and find you really must dive deeper, you need to be incredibly careful. If you take away anything from today, let it be this. Never run debug IP packet without an access control list filter in a production environment. Treat this command like a highly dangerous power tool. Unfiltered, it traces every single packet and will rapidly saturate the CPU, entirely crashing a busy production router. Always filter it and always immediately turn it off with undebug all the second you're done. Section 6. The golden sequence. I highly recommend taking a screenshot of this table right now. These are the first 5 commands you must run in this exact order, every single time you log into an unknown device. Show version gets you the uptime, show IP int brief gives you interface states, show IP route shows routing paths, show running config gives the active setup, and show log reveals recent errors. These 5 fundamentals together will literally answer 80% of all the mysteries you encounter on the network. By mastering these navigation shortcuts, security checklists, and essential troubleshooting basics, you now have the power to control and truly understand any Cisco environment, which leaves us with just one final question. Armed with this daily survival guide, what are you going to confidently build tomorrow? Thanks so much for tuning into this explainer. I hope this structured look at the CLI makes your daily operations a whole lot smoother. See you next time.